Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. The Arcade Cabinet, a podcast by gamers for gamers. We have Bill Tindo Chapata, Fiery Fox, Sharon, the Painter Harrington, and I'm Marquivas Furious. And ladies and gentlemen, we are the Arcade Cabinet crew. And today we're going to be talking about music and video games. And I'm sorry, my mind is still back on the Dirty Dwarfs. So, Bill, I have to ask you, was there some boom, chicka, wow, wow? Sorry.
No, man. Actually, what Mark's talking about is we were earlier discussing a game for the Sega Saturn called Three Dirty Dwarfs. But, no, there's nothing, like, real messed up about it or anything. Like, there was nothing like highly inappropriate about it. I think they were dirty dwarves because they were like drunken dwarves, but that was about it.
Wasted opportunity.
I agree. Great name.
Right. Dirty Dwarfs. Wow.
Man, just that name alone. So, on the subject of music and video games, let's talk about music and video games, how it impacts a video game, how it makes a video game feel. Your guys' opinion.
You know, to me, the music in a video game is extremely important because it is the line whether I'm going to stay awake or fall asleep. And I'll tell you, one of the very best soundtracks I've ever, and there's a lot of soundtracks that I've listened to in video games, but to me, one of the very best soundtracks they ever made was like out of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic CD, Sonic Mania, anything with that hedgehog. Man, it keeps me awake. I love the music that they made for that. I don't really know who the composer is, but he did a damn good job. Now, I'm also to understand that, I don't know, I think that they may have switched gamers, directors or whatever, when they made like the Sonic CD game. So it was slightly different from the Sega Genesis version, but the soundtrack just kicked ass. If I didn't notice nothing else, I listened to that soundtrack, and I don't know what's your opinion on it.
Well, I would say definitely a good or bad soundtrack can make or break a game, without a doubt. And everybody knows me. Everybody knows my favorite game series, so everybody's gonna know what my favorite soundtrack is, and that's Legend of Zelda. Whether it be the MIDI tones of A Link to the Past or the original Zelda, or the more orchestral stuff that they started doing with Ocarina of Time all the way up to Skyward Sword. I'll never forget the first time I'm playing Ocarina of Time and Link runs out into Hyrule Field and that music just kicks up and it's louder and bigger than it had ever been before. And I'm like, this is just amazing. Whereas they went kind of minimalist on Breath of the Wild. You have a couple stringed instruments, a couple woodwinds or brasses, but not unless you're in like a specific fight with one of the calamities or something. The music is pretty tepid, but it relays a tone. It gives you a vibe of the game that's enjoyable.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, bad music can just make a good game bad.
Right, it can. Bill, on that note, and I never told you this, back when Skyward Sword came out, I actually bought, I guess it was like a collector's edition, and it came with a soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that?
Yep.
Okay.
I do have that.
All right.
I do have that. And here's something I don't know if you guys know. A lot of PlayStation 1 games you could put in your CD player in your car and play the soundtrack to the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, don't play track 1 though. Never play that first track because it's gonna sound like digital distortion. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've discovered that years ago.
Yep. Fiery Fox, what about you?
What's going on? Yeah.
Skyrim. Duh. Skyrim.
What the hell is that?
Scrim for you old folks who don't know.
Oh, scrims. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. The Skyrim soundtrack is awesome. I have the CD in my car. It's my ringtone. Like the song of the Dragonborn whenever I phone call. It just speaks to me. I don't know. Like, it's a really good adventurer's soundtrack. Like, you're riding through the countryside or you're running through a dungeon. They just have some really great scores. I'm about it. It got Game of the Century for a reason. Like, it's pretty good.
Century.
There we go.
Wow.
So for me, there was a game that was that immediately put me on team Sega Genesis. So we'll just go because his history's a little murky. His history's a little murky. Oh no, not Altered Beast, but so